Welcome back to the Dlls Mavs podcast. We are joined by a very special guest, friend of the show here
Dirk!
on the Dlls Mavs podcast. Of course, 21 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks, a 14-time All-Star, a 12-time All-NBA selection, the 2007 NBA's MVP. Oh, that's right, 2011 NBA Finals MVP, member of the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Oh, that's right, he won a championship in 2011. And, of course, Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer class of 2023. He, of course, is the GOAT, Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk, what's going on? How are you?
How are we doing? That sounds great. Thanks for having me. Great intro.
You actually did all that?
Long time ago. Time ago.
I had never heard of you, but I kind of Googled your Wikipedia page. Like, pretty impressive stuff. You know, I'm not going to lie. You know, I'm learning a lot. So congrats on all that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, Dirk joining us on behalf of the Dirk Nowitzki Foundation, the 7th annual tennis classic presented by Chime, of course, taking place on Saturday, September 13th, with the doors opening at 11:30, with showtime taking place at noon at Banner House at T-Bar M here in Dallas. Your 7th one of these, Dirk. How excited are you about this year's version of your tennis classic?
Yeah, it's been a cool run. You know, as you guys know, we've done the baseball event for a long time, and sort of with the pandemic, we kind of lost that one. And I played some soccer in Germany for my foundation in Germany, and so I've done all sorts of sports. But tennis is the one that I love. That it's close to my heart. I've played it all my life, so this is something that I love doing, and we made it a great event and a charity event out of it, and so. The format changed a bit. We moved locations from SMU, obviously, to Banner House, but it's still the same event. It's been growing from year to year, so we're excited to host everybody again next weekend, and it'll be a fun event for friends, families. Come on out to support and see some good tennis, some bad tennis, and some all-around fun. We have food, we have games, we have all sorts of stuff happening, so it'll be a fun event for the whole family.
What's the state of your tennis game right now? Because I thought you were training to go on the 50 and over padel tour, because padel is the sport you play the most. So, like, how easy is it to switch and just now you got to play tennis next weekend?
So I play quite a bit of tennis still, especially when I'm here, when I'm in Dallas. In Europe, we play a lot of padel or paddle. Nobody really knows.
I don't know either. I'm winging it.
But it's a super fun sport. You know, you can play with the walls around, and the glass is part of your strategy, and so it's a super cool sport. But I still love tennis. I grew up playing tennis, and so I try to play as many times as I can. Of course, as you know, tennis is a movement sport, and with moving, it's a little tough these days. So I'm just kind of standing there and whipping some forehands and backhands, and just enough to still enjoy the sport, and yeah, really gotten back into it more now that I'm retired the last 6 years, and so it's been super fun.
You're out there playing drop coverage, no switching, just covering the rim.
All drop. You know,
are you gonna?
Honestly, at the end of my career, I was even at the 4th spot. I was in drop coverage. It was a little embarrassing, but you got to play to your personnel. That's for sure.
You're gonna get make sure that Cooper picks up a racket and hits it around a little bit.
So we're excited for Cooper to come out. I've never met him, so I've been in touch a little bit after he got drafted, and reached out to him. Obviously, wanted to congratulate him and welcome him, and so we reached out now for just to see if he's even in town and wants to come out and support, and he was all for it. I don't think he's a tennis guy. He's more of a golfer, I heard, so I'm not quite sure he will pick up a racket. But he's going to come out and enjoy and maybe play a few things here and there, or be a team captain. We're not quite sure what he's going to do, but he's going to come out to support. But I don't think he's going to play some tennis.
I know even when you played with Luka, it wasn't your style to say, hey, I'm here to mentor you and teach you all my secrets. Like, that's just not you. So with Cooper Flagg, how do you approach it? What do you say in your first text to him? Like, how do you convey that I am here for you if you need me?
Yeah, that's sort of what I said. I said, hey, welcome, obviously, congrats to being the first pick, and welcome to Dallas. If there's anything you ever need from, I don't know, advice on dinner or basketball or whatever, I'm just a phone call away. So that's how I left it, and that's how I always was with Luca. I'm not the one that to chase guys or push myself on people. If they're ready, they're ready, and if not, it's fine too. I mean, we talk about this all the time. I was supposed to mentor Luca, but Luca, the way he read the game, he was so smart. His IQ was out of this world. He should have probably mentored me on reading the game and how to see the game. So he didn't need much from me at all. He had a few questions here and there off the court, but and so he didn't really need me much on a daily basis, and that's totally fine. We talk basketball a couple times here and there, but other than that, it's whatever Cooper needs, wants. I'm here. Obviously, with me doing the new gig now for Amazon Prime, I'll be in the U.S. a lot more. I'll be in Dallas a lot more. I'll be around a lot more. I'll be watching basketball a lot more than I have the last 6 years. So I'll definitely, of course, keep an eye out, and if there's any advice he ever needs, I'm just a phone call away.
With your relationship to the organization, you spent your entire career here, won an NBA championship. We know how the organization has changed over the last couple of years, and obviously with the trade happening on February 1st. How would you characterize your relationship with the organization now and how that looks going forward with you and the organization?
Well, I was trying to get involved there a few years ago, and you guys probably saw me in training camp. I was there every morning and kind of watching.
Yeah, I want to see the notes you took. Can we ever see those? I want to see those. I
Yeah,
want to see your notebook.
Actually, every once a week I try to tell the coaches what I saw, what players impressed me, or what. So I kind of made some notes and then shared them with Cubes and obviously the coaching staff. And but honestly, it just felt weird. It felt weird being there. I wasn't ready to go to the gym every day again, and just felt in a lot of place. Didn't really know what my role, what my job was. So I kind of, once the season started, I kind of pulled back a little bit again, and so then I never really got back into it. I don't think I'm made right now for the whole day-to-day business, and so I've met with Patrick a few times throughout his tenure already. I'm just a phone call away. Like I said, the same thing to Cooper. If there's any advice or anything they ever need, of course will always be a Mav for life. But I'm not involved in any management or advising or day-to-day type stuff, not at all.
So you mentioned that you're doing Amazon, of course, next year. What made you ready for that? There are people sitting at this table, Mark Stein, who insisted that they never could have seen you going into.
I've gotten everything wrong about Dirk Nowitzki's retirement. Every prediction I made about how he would be and what he would do, I got them all wrong.
Yeah, same. I got it all wrong too. I don't think I would have known this honestly a year ago, 2 years ago. Obviously, I've done some stuff with the Mavs. I've done the little post-game show with Devin, and tried the TNT fill-in one time for Shaq in the playoffs. But I thought this was just for fun, trying out a little bit, and just sticking around a little bit around basketball. And then honestly, this opportunity came up with Amazon Prime, and I thought, hey, let me take this meeting. You just never know. And I flew out to LA and really loved that my bosses, loved the vision they had, loved the team that they assembled behind the camera and also in front of the camera. And so I just thought it was a great opportunity to try something new, to see if I like it. I don't want to sit here now and say I'm doing this in 20 years, but I definitely wanted to see if I like it and if that's something for me. And also, I think the coverage on some channels are a little negative on the NBA. I just think we need a little switched gears and have some fun, but also show how hard it is to play in this league and maybe analyze it a little more. And so I'm excited for it, and we'll see how it goes. And to me, the most important thing was that the crew that they assembled. I didn't want to go and spend all this time and fly to LA once a week if I have no fun and I don't like the people that I work with. So this was important to me that, Nashy's doing it, Blake and Udonis and lots of guys that I have relationships with. And I think it's going to be a fun crew to sit there and talk some hoops and talk life and especially have some fun.
What does your prep work look like as you get ready for this? Is there anybody you're modeling your game after, so to say? Anybody else that you listen to and it's like, I love the way that he talks about basketball into a microphone. I want to talk about it kind of like that guy.
I don't know. So, I love, as you know, I love Charles. It's one of my favorites of all time. But I don't think that will be my style. But no filters, say whatever comes to mind is a little dangerous. So I'm not quite sure. I think I will be pretty analytic, pretty stats based. Try to be spontaneous in time with some jokes and have some fun. So I think I'm not quite really. That's so exciting about this whole thing. This is like a startup project. Nobody really knows how it's going to be, how we're going to act off each other, react off each other, how. I'm sure the show on October 24th will look a lot different on December 24th and so on. It's going to grow. We're going to develop, grow with each other. So no idea how this is going to work out, but it's also part of the process. And also that gets me a little anxious. And it's just a challenge. It's a nice challenge to take. And what do I do to prepare? I mean, first of all, it started already. Once I said yes to it, I did a little media class and just to learn some basic ideas. How does TV work? What camera do you look at? And just small stuff like that. And then, it's going to start now with the rosters. I don't want to sit there and play who he played for on the first night of Amazon Prime. I want to be prepared. I always pride myself. If I do something, I want to do it to the best of my capabilities. So I'm gonna work hard. Started looking at the rosters already. Maybe go back and watch even some playoff games. We're going to do some test shows here starting in October. Maybe even broadcast some or do some preseason just for us. That's not going to be. It'll be recorded, but not going to be shown. So just to get ready and get a little chemistry already before we head on the air. On the 24th of October is our opening night, so it'll be exciting.
What are your thoughts on the 2025-26 Dallas Mavericks as they get ready for this season? Cooper Flagg joining this team, of course, is the number 1 overall pick. Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving making his way back eventually. What are your thoughts on this roster going into this year?
Well, honestly, if they're healthy, they're one of the deepest teams. I mean, if you look at just the front court, how it's loaded with talent, with players, the backcourt. I think they have 2 to 3 players on every position, especially when Kyrie comes back. And I saw him on social media; he's already getting some shots up. So he's going to take care of his body and do everything he can to be out there. So. Once he comes back and he's the old Kyrie, I mean, this is a heck of a team that's super loaded. And the main thing is can they stay healthy? Can they stay healthy for the long run and get Kyrie back? And but then, like I said, they're as deep as any team. But the West is tough. The West is tough with OKC probably being the heavy favorites again going in. But other than that, 2 through 8 to me is kind of wide open, and they have a great shot if they stay healthy to be up there and have home court advantage.
Now you opened the door a little bit. Now you said you saw Kyrie on social media, so I got to ask you about this. Your man Cuban was on our show last week. He said, "Hey, the 2006 NBA Finals, that was rigged. That was stolen from us. I'm gonna take that to my grave." Dwayne Wade responded the other day and said, "Hey, Cubes. Don't take that away from me, my guy. Do you have a message for what happened in 2006? I know you got him back in 2011. What you got to say about, what maybe Dwayne Wade had to say in response to what Cuban had to say last week?"
Honestly, a lot has been talked about there, and I'm going to kind of leave that stuff in the past. We made some mistakes. I think we were inexperienced at times. We were up 2-0 and had a huge lead in Game 3. Didn't pull it through. So honestly, I think it was on our hands. I wasn't the finisher and closer that I was a few years later, and I missed a big free throw in game 3, as I remember. So yeah, it's just too easy. It's too easy to make excuses now. So I feel like we had enough chances. If you're up 2-0, you should be able to close this series out. But hey, I give them a lot of credit always, and they played incredible after that. And really didn't have an answer for D Wade and his ability to drive. And so I'm gonna leave the past in the past and just say
Your new
we had
teammate,
enough
D
chances.
Wade. Your new teammate.
D Wade, yeah, I think he's doing some games for Prime, and I think he's doing a few studios. So I'm not quite sure, obviously, how much we'll be working together. But yeah, I got to say they just assembled a pretty cool team now. With obviously John Wall just came aboard and some others. So looking forward to working with him and all the whole.
You're
crew.
surrounded, D Wade and Haslam.
So UD and I now obviously have a good relationship. We had a few Amazon meetings already there in August. Flew to LA and we talked a little bit. And I like him. I think he's great on TV. I don't know if you guys were probably watching him and during the playoffs. I think he's to the point. He's aggressive. He puts his opinion out there, and he's unapologetic about it. But I thought he was great in the playoffs. So I think that's a big get, and I'm sure we'll be arguing about a few things. I think we see the game a little different here and there, but I think that's also part of the fun and part of the show.
Well, Udonis made it 20 years with one team. You've at least got that on him. You
That's
made
right.
it one more.
That's
you gotta
right.
be like UD. You made it all this way. You couldn't do one more.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to tease him on air a little bit about that. So yeah, I'm happy he didn't do the 21.
We've kept you too long, but I got to ask one more tennis question because you know how much, I mean, for both of us, how much we love the sport. And I hope I'm not revealing something I'm not supposed to, but I know this week you were on the practice court with Nate Lamons, one of the best American doubles players. So paint a picture for us. What was that practice session like? And yeah, I want to know, like, how'd you hang with the tour doubles specialist?
It's fun. You know, that's all I play these days is doubles and singles. I just can't move enough. I can't cover the court enough. So doubles that's basically what I do now. And it was super fun just to see a pro and see his volleys, how good they volley, the hard balls, how they stick it, and some of those, doubles is such a different sport than singles. You have shorter strokes. The ball comes always at you quick, so it's like shorter strokes, shorter backswings, and still gets so much power out of it. So it was so fun getting to know him. And so it's been fun. So over the years, obviously, I was fortunate to play with a lot of guys. We played with Dominic Thiem this summer in Mallorca. We played with Sabine Lisicki this summer. Was obviously a German former pro. So I've been fortunate to play tennis with some great players. Played with Federer a few years ago at Laver Cup in Vancouver, which was like a bucket list thing for me. So I've been able to play with some great players, and it's always fun to see that we're all amateurs, but there is actually another level above, and it's super fun to watch.
So you're ready to outshine Nash on September 13th.
We travel with Nash a little bit this summer, and he is obsessed. I mean, every day we had to play 2 hours of tennis, and then, he goes for a run, and then he goes for a lift, and then he wants to play padel in the afternoon. And I'm like, I don't know how he takes his energy from he's 50, but he has been incredible in tennis now. So
he is so annoying. Absolutely.
He is the one guy, he's that athlete that can just do it all, whether it's soccer, volleyball, tennis, padel. I mean, it doesn't really matter what.
Surfing, skateboarding. He can do anything.
Yeah, he's that guy that just has that coordination with anything. So it's super annoying. So I don't think I will outshine him, but we have some other guys that I hopefully can outshine a little bit. With we have a good crew this year with Elvis Andrews and Devin Harris is coming, Boris Kojo, Joakim Noah. But looking forward to Kobe Cotton from Dude Perfect to see what he's got. So I think
Coco
we have a
Vandaway.
Coco is coming. I won't outshine her. I got to say,
Probably not.
We're going to have a good crew, and some local pros are coming out to really show how the game is played. So I think we'll just have a good crew. It'll be fun.
Can't let you go without giving you a chance to give Mavericks fans your message to them as they get ready to support you for your 7th annual Tennis Classic and getting ready for this year. What messages you have to fans that are going to be watching and listening to us today?
Yeah, come on out. Come on out. It's a fun day. Like I said, it's not purely about tennis. It's about the interaction. We have giveaways. Last year we had a raffle. We brought some people down that got to hit a little bit, and so it's just a overall fun day with some interactions. And it's of course it's kind of based all on tennis, but it's so much more than that. So come on out, bring the kids, and come enjoy.
It's the Dirk Nowitzki Foundation 7th Annual Tennis Classic presented by Chime, taking place on Saturday, September 13th. The doors open up at 11:30 with showtime taking place at noon at Banner House at T-Bar M. That is 6060 Dilbeck Lane in Dallas, Texas. Dirk Nowitzki, as always, thank you so much for joining us here on the show today. Best of luck with you in the tournament and also with Amazon Prime this summer or this season, and we look forward to our next conversation with you, my man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me, and congrats on your 1-year anniversary. Yeah,
thank you.
Keep going strong, guys.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks,
Dirk.
man.
Appreciate
See you, Dirk.